Hey guys, so I'm going to show you the best high-end GBBRs money can buy. So first thing I'm showing you is the Vipertech M4 RAS system. Full steel bolt, which I have to full travel by taking the buffer spacer out. So this has full steel internals, the best steel made in any GBBR. Very heavyweight bolt. The trigger feel is absolutely insane. That's just the sound of the trigger. Unbelievable. Very heavy springs that it comes with. Very heavy buffer spring, very heavy trigger spring. Makes for a very hard recoil gun. Takes CO2 very well. And you could feel the heft. It feels like a real gun. It's not real gun for YouTube. This is an airsoft GBBR, but the finish, the quality, the finish of the aluminum 6061 forged receiver set, it's just an incredible gun. This has become my favorite GBBR now. There were some problems that I had at first. You know, as soon as you get the gun, it may not work right out of the box. All sorts of magazine issues and stuff. The magazine that comes with it, when you load the BBs in, it crushes up all the BBs when just loading it in. Very sharp metal feed lips it comes with. I don't suggest using the mags it comes with, which what I do use is a GHK magazine. This is the Gen 2, the later version, the lighter weight one. And these work great. All you have to do is file down the sides, the corners of it, front and back. There's some other videos that show you how to do that. I'm not going to say that right now, but and file the feed lips out wide. Again, there's other people that'll show you exactly what to do there. And then also trim down the gas routers. They should only poke out maybe 1 millimeter or 2 out of the mag. If any higher, it won't work. So, and yeah, after you do those few mods, everything works as it should. And it works honestly better than any other mag, because people have been complaining about VFC mags jamming up, not working. The mags it comes with jamming up, not working. These mags, once I did those few mods, absolutely no issues, as long as you're using the highest quality BBs you could buy, because that's only what this gun will run with the very tight QC, very the metal nozzle, you know, it only wants perfect BBs, which what I found to be not just BLS. BLS works. You can still get an occasional jam every once in a while. There's people that rave about BLS BBs, say that they're perfect, they're great. I don't know, the BB that I found to be the best BB so far is actually Mad Bull. They're premium BBs, they're heavyweight ones. Not one jam with those. They are very expensive, but it's worth it. I mean, I use heavyweight BBs anyway, so you know, you're at GBBR on the field, you know, competing with AEGs. At least if you could have a heavier weight BB, be able to poke out to 250 feet plus precision, you know, that's how you can make a GBBR player honestly surpass, you know, anyone on the field, because of how accurate and long range they can be. They shoot pretty much just like GHKs and whatever, any other gun on the market, airsoft GBBR replica. And honestly, the way it comes, it shoots perfect. Actually, a little bit better, because supposedly, like, they glue the bucking into place or something. I actually haven't dug into it yet, because it's been shooting so good. Everything's perfectly centered into place from factory. The BBs just shoot absolutely perfect straight. And the bucking is very strong because I've had those few jams when I started up with the gun trying to figure out what BBs I had to use, the mag, situation. I had a ton of jams, ton of crushed BBs in this. I never shoot again after it jams, of course, but it usually vents out all the gas anyway, so you'll know, when you got a jam. And no damage to the bucking at all, which is pretty crazy. It's got a thick, good bucking. So the stock setup is good, and there's really no need to upgrade beyond that for the barrel hop-up wise. And it's a steel chamber, which is nice. Not many offerings for a steel hop-up chamber. So that's very good. When you get jams and stuff, it's not going to bend the hop-up chamber and stuff like that. Yeah, very robust system. So once you get around the tinkering, using modifying for the GHK magazine to work. One other thing too is for it to lock back. There's a little mod you have to do with the bolt catch. You have to take out the original pin that they have inside there once you take out the bolt catch, and put in your own spacer so that the bolt catch comes up higher. There's people in the groups that'll tell you how to do that, Fight Protect groups and so forth, if you get involved with them. Then after that, GHK mag locked back. I was like, wow, this is now with everything figured out. Plus I had a nozzle issue in the beginning, another issue with the trigger, the firing pin spring. It actually, the first one, it broke on me. I replaced it and never had a problem since. And also with the nozzle, inside the nozzle it comes with just a stock crown. There's no way to adjust it for end pass. And that actually broke anyway after I was firing it a lot with CO2, full autoing it a bunch. So I ended up replacing it with the cat pass, which is another online YouTube guy that created end passes. They're no longer available because the 3D printed service went down. But there's another guy, Guillotine, that has his own end passes, but the cat pass works really good. In this, I adjusted it for 1.5 joules, hasn't budged, and yeah, it's been great, and it survives too. The 3D printed material actually works better than their own metal crown that they put in the nozzle. So it's great. Now it's foolproof. Everything is good, and I ordered all spare parts in case anything else goes wrong. But man, once I first shot this with CO2, I was like, holy crap, this is a game changer. A game changer compared to GHK. And I've shot the VFC. This thing is absolutely insane. I've shot the MWS, but that doesn't really compare to much of anything. I'll show you a quick shot right now. Let me put on some iPro here, just in case. Empty magazine, gonna dry fire it. And again, guys, this is on full travel, so if you were to keep it on the half travel mode with the 2 buffers, and the rate of fire is insane. But since I use CO2, I just keep it on full travel. Also, the lockback is a bit more reliable on full travel for me with these GHK mags. And I just like having full travel. Looks more real. The bolt goes all the way back. And I don't really use much full auto anyway. The semi response is just about the same. So yeah, this thing is pretty dang great. Just that snappiness, that it's just a sheer bang. Like, it just sounds like, bang, instead of like, I don't know, that other sound. I have GHK right here. This is the other top-notch GHK system you could buy. This is fitted with an RA-Tech aluminum forged receiver, which it has a barrel nut, could take real rails. This is the Mark IV Geisley rail. And yeah, right now I have the stock GHK bolt in there with the RA-Tech end pass, which works pretty well. And that's one convenient thing. They got aftermarket end pass. There's a lot of aftermarket things, but once you get the VT, the Vipertech finely tuned, you don't need any aftermarket parts for that thing. It's just a beast. But this thing is also very good. Very reliable. You just, if you get one of these pre-built from, or just get an OEM GHK, they have their new forged receiver line too. Because supposedly with their cast receivers, with the COVID thing going on, people were having problems with the receivers, cracking and stuff like that. So whenever I go GHK, I just get a forged receiver. I got 2 of these now with the RA-Tech forged receivers. And they're beautiful. They're right up to par with the Vipertech forged receivers by looks and everything, finish. I think that the sound that Vipertech makes, whew, is the GHK. Not too bad. Rate of fire is definitely a little bit more up there because the bolt is a bit lighter. And this thing is pretty nice as well. I have TNT with an RA-Tech barrel in there. Actually, no, I put an EDGI barrel in there, which is really good. It increases the range by quite a bit. And now I got this new hop up that I'm trying to install, which uses VSR buckings. So I'm gonna see how that goes and let you guys know. So this is like, yeah, it's right up there with the VT, but just not quite. The VT's just got that really good feel with the trigger and everything. It's just a little bit louder. It's cooler. It feels nicer. But this does feel nice too. I mean, they're right around the same price range. Just with the VT, you do get some better parts. The trigger's better, the trigger spring's better, the bolt's better. The receiver has a slightly better finish. They're made in, handmade in a small shop. These are a little bit more mass produced, and I mean, this is a custom receiver as well, so they're both big money guns here. But yeah, these are my favorite gbbrs. The Vipertech I'll go out with first. This is my second. I have another one too. One of these with the regular Mark 16 rail. Whew, I love it. I really do. Show you the Vipertech again. And they have a lot of cool guns too. I wanted to get the regular kind of GWatt M4 RAS look here with the Surefire. It's got the KM3 head as IR mode. Somo gear, pack box. This is set up for a night game. I just acquired this Comp M4, which is nice. Got the riser on it. Nice setup right here. This thing's, it's nice and hefty. Really feels like a real, issued M4, but gas blowback, of course. Unbelievable, looks and feel. Just a great gun. Great airsoft gun. But if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments, of course. And what else can I say about this thing? It's just, it's awesome. It shoots great on the field. Dialed in with the GHK magazines. I mean, you know. So that plus, you know, it's CO2. I could use this all year round. There's all these, you know, people that say, oh, you're not going to be able to use a ViperTech in the winter. Heavy bolt, heavy whatever. The system allows for it. It's a very efficient, well put together gas blowback rifle. They allow for a heavy steel bolt, heavy buffer spring, have an H2 buffer in this, heavy trigger spring. Still works fine in 40, 30 degree weather. Absolutely incredible. Fahrenheit, by the way, not Celsius. Yeah, I mean, the feel of this gun is just incredible. Its trigger. It's an incredible, well put together rifle, airsoft gbbr. And this is honestly the best gbbr I could get.